This morning I brought some of the old scrap parts to Steve's pawn shop for a little bit of extra money in my pocket. We didn't make much, but we at least had a little bit of money to spend on some parts for our Mercedes Wagon, and we also came to pick up Uncle Austin's parts that he ordered for his Mercedes. Hello everybody and welcome back to My Garage Revivals. Alright, so today we've got a little bit of work to do to Uncle Austin's Mercedes over here. So we're going to be doing wheels, body kit and some suspension work, and then this car will be sent to the paint shop for the fresh paint job that we are going to be putting on it. And then yeah, we did arrange the yard a little bit, and I put the wagon under the roof over there because we're going to be working on that as well today. So we're going to start by taking this thing apart again and sandblasting some of the rust off, because that is yeah, one of the major problems with this car. It's got a lot of rust. So I did go and buy a trunk floor as well for this, because I noticed only after inspecting the vehicle that these frame rails are part of the floor trunk. So that needs to be replaced as well. But I think this car is going to need a bunch of parts. But I think I've got the majority of them now. I did buy some of these inner panels as well as the wheel houses. So we're going to go ahead and replace those as well, because I think the one on the left, yeah, that is also rusty. So we're going to be swapping that out as well. So we're going to see how far we're going to get with this today. I also wanted to start working on the shop truck, getting some of the rust taken off here as well. But we'll see. If we don't get to it, then I guess we're just going to have to wait a little bit with that. But yeah, I think for us to make a little bit more money, we're going to have to try and get this thing factory fresh so that we can sell it on for a bit of a profit, hopefully. So in other news, at least Uncle Austin did give me another 5,000, which I'm just going to add to my wallet now. So that is part of the labor as well as all the parts that I've bought for the car. And obviously I had to make some, markup on some of the parts I bought. So that is just the way business works, I guess. So yeah, we are going to jump in, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the body kit, because it's going to be pretty much the easiest. So we're going to snap off the parts that will snap off, and then pretty much install the ones that we have over here. Right, so that is plain simple. Okay, so these we can actually use on our Mercedes Wagon as well, because I noticed the one was a little bit banged up from the donor car. So at least now we've got a fresh one of those. Right, and we'll snap that on over there, and then I think the spoiler should be straightforward as well. That can go on the bootlet over there, and then these little side pieces, I don't know what they call these really, but it's like a spoiler kit, 3 parts of the spoiler kit. So we'll just slap these on as well, and there we go. We've got our spoiler and our side skirts already installed. Now it's just the front bumper, rear bumper, and then we're gonna quickly lift this thing up and swap out the suspension and change the wheels. So yeah, let's get this sorted out quickly. Alright, so we are done with the body kit, wheels and suspension, and I must say this car has definitely transformed just by doing these couple of things. So I think this thing is pretty much ready to be taken to the paint shop. Now it is a little bit late in the afternoon, so they are going to close very soon, but luckily they are open tomorrow as well. So we can probably take it over to them in the morning. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna just tidy up a little bit around the shop over here, and then I'm gonna bring you guys back up to speed once I've tidied up a bit, and then yeah, we'll probably return in the next morning. So I'm going to say goodnight for now, and then yeah, we will pretty much come back in the next day for you guys. So it's going to be a matter of seconds, but it's going to be like hours for me. So here we go. All right, and it is the next morning, and the car is ready to be taken to the paint shop. Richard's Auto Body, I believe that is what the place is called. So we're gonna head over there, drop this car off, and then we're gonna grab a taxi back to our shop, because then we're gonna start working on our Mercedes Wagon. So yeah, let me get this sorted out quickly, and then I'll bring you guys back up to speed. Alright, so here we are. We dropped the Mercedes off now, and this is going to be fixed up. The rust will be removed and also painted in the colors that we have chosen. So Hugo and I have decided on a two-tone paint job for this car. So I'm not going to give anything away just yet. But yes, if you are part of our Discord, you will be able to maybe get a little bit of a hint at some point in what colors this car is going to be. So check that out at the end of the video. There is a link to the Discord, as well as down below in the description of this video is also a link. So yeah, do check that out and become part of our wonderful community. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a taxi to come and pick me up. But first I want to go and have a look at that shop that is for sale. So I'm going to take a stroll over there, and then we are going to get a taxi called up and see if they can pick us up over there maybe. Because I did talk to Richard about the shop. He said it is open. So he knows everything that's going on in this town. So that shop is still open, and we can pretty much just walk in, open the doors, and have a look around. So yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at the place quickly. Alright, so I got a little bit of exercise now, but here we are. So this shop is for sale for 115,000 bucks. So we are quite far away from affording a place like this. But I think it's going to be a very nice shop, because it's got custom parking over here. And then, yeah, this looks like a entrance, like a reception area. So obviously we'll have to get some furniture as well to put over here. Oh, there's a box. They probably moved out and left some of the stuff laying around here. But it's got a nice little backyard over here as well. And this is probably where we can put some of our cars that we bring home. So I don't know if this was an old warehouse of some sort, or yeah, it's not really designed like it was for a car shop. Maybe it was just a warehouse. Right, so yeah, we're gonna have to get some shelves maybe, because I think this is like a delivery point. So all these doors are unlocked. So we'll just be sure to close up when we leave. Oh, this is quite a spacious room. I mean, there's a lot of space for storing all sorts of things in here. So I don't know what this building was used for. There is also a little dispatcher's office here by the looks of it. So it could have been an old warehouse of some sort. Oh, there's another box over there. But yeah, I don't know. This is very interesting. It's an interesting building. Side door over here. There's another for sale sign over there. That is a hose over here. I think I saw one on my way in as well. So there's another hose there as well. I think there's also one in the backyard, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, there's another one. Okay, that's pretty decent, so not too bad. Yeah, this is a little garage. I don't know what was this for. It's probably like a wash bay of some sort as well. Cleaning up the vehicles that transported the goods around. But yeah, I think just gonna wait around here and see if my taxi's gonna arrive, and then we'll get back to the shop and start working on our Mercedes Wagon. So yeah, I'm gonna pretty much just wait outside for this taxi. But I think this will be a very nice building for us to start up a shop in. Alright, and we are back at the shop, and that was another 50 bucks for the taxi ride. And we are going to start work on our Mercedes Wagon now. So I've got no idea where to start, so I was thinking of just starting to rip body panels off one by one and seeing if we can sandblast them with our brand new sandblast that I also bought. So we need to put some sand in here. So that is pretty much what we are going to do. So our pry tool is a little bit missing in action. I don't know where I put it, because it was around here and now I think I may have lost it. So I don't know. So yeah, there are some raccoons running around here, so we're gonna have to probably buy a new one if I don't find it. But I actually do need it now. So that is a little bit of a problem. Alright, I decided to just go and have a look for the pry tool again, and I found it. It was just under the shed over there. So yeah, that is something that happened. So we are going to pretty much take out the glass so that we don't sandblast into this. But I don't think there's any rust on our trunk panel. But I am going to be DIYing this car, the paint job on this car. I'm not going to take it in for a paint job because that's just going to be a lot of extra money. So yeah, I think our trunk is pretty much good. But it has to come off because we need to obviously sandblast this C-pillar, D-pillar. I think it's, yeah, that's probably the D-pillar on this car. I don't really know, but yeah, we've got a couple of windows to remove over here. So these are all going to be set down very, very, yeah, softly, if I can call it that. Carefully, that is the word I'm looking for. So that we don't damage the glass, but I think it should be fine. These are quite durable windows. Alright, so don't think this car's got any more glass on it. Apart from the windshield, we can pop out as well. So just going to set that down over here. Alright, moving along now. I think we should be able to start sandblasting. I'm just going to maybe have to remove these trim pieces. So I think that is something I'm going to do quick. So let's just get that sorted out. I don't think it's necessary to take off all of the doors because they are openable, so that shouldn't be a problem for us. Alright, I think we are pretty much ready to start sandblasting, so here we go. Let's see how this is going to work. Yeah, that actually is very effective by the looks of it. Alright, so there we go. I think I may have got all the rust off this car. I don't see any more anywhere. I just saw a spot there as I said that, so I'm just gonna quickly get that. But I think that should pretty much do. I don't think there's gonna be any substantial rust anywhere anymore. I hope not. The hood looks fine. I think everything seems to check out quite well. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to strip out this interior, and then we're going to see if we can get our floor pan, both the trunk and the actual floor, cut out of this car. So yeah, let's start by taking the seats out again. We installed in the previous episode. So I will be replacing the interior bits that are worn in this car, like this driver's seat. We will get a new one of these, and also the center console. We will replace this because this is also looking a little bit tired and it doesn't function anymore. Okay, I think the carpet should be able to come out. There we go. Right, we are running a little bit out of space over here, so we're gonna have to start putting parts over here again. So that should be fine. Shouldn't be a problem for us. Alright, but yeah, let me get the wrench again. I just had the wrench. Alright, let's jump in here. Let's take out the back seat. Oh, the back seat still looks pretty good. Alright, let's get our passenger door out as well, and then yeah, hopefully we're gonna be able to cut this floor out. I might have to remove the actual shifter as well and the transmission, which is probably gonna have to be done when the car is on the lift. I don't know, we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's just put our seat over here where it's going to be out of the way. Okay, well, I think at this stage it's pretty much going to be a little bit of a guessing game for me how this comes out. So it should be similar to our Mercedes sedan we worked on, because we also replaced the floor pan in the trunk on that one. So I might actually just lift it up at the back over here and support the trunk floor like this. So yeah, I don't know what's the easiest way of doing this. Maybe also give me some comments down below if you've replaced a floor pan on a Wolf wagon before, and how did you do it? What was the easiest way of doing it? So we're gonna see how we are gonna get this done. So we probably have to take out our rear suspension, so I think that is the part that I'm going to do next. So hopefully I can get in under here. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. So we have done this before. I think the drive shaft bolts, we also should be taking those out, but I think for some reason we don't really need to every time. So let's, yeah, we'll zip them out. I mean, they are there. And then that is our whole rear axle assembly coming out. So this can be placed somewhere where it's not gonna hopefully run away from us. Okay, that is looking pretty decent. And then we are gonna remove the shock absorbers here. Let's get this one off as well. Those should drop down once we get the actual floor cut out. So let's just make sure all the bolts are loose on that, and then we can start cutting. So we've got our wheel houses coming out as well. And I think that is part of the floor. Okay, so there's our wheelhouse, the rusty one. So I think the other side, the wheelhouse is still good, but we will definitely replace it anyway because we've got it already. And we'll come and cut this off over here. Alright, let's go around the back over here. I think the rear clip is probably also going to have to come off. So let's cut this off. That's our rear panel, so we can just put that over there. I didn't check for rust behind this, actually, behind the bumpers, but we'll check it out before we start painting this thing, obviously. Okay, we're going to cut those off. And I think this is another weld we need to cut off over there. Let's get this cut out as well. That is our inner panel we need to replace as well. So we're probably going to be taking off more than one part at a time here by the looks of it. There's our broken cluster. Okay, I think... Let me just see what is happening over here. We've got that cut to do over there. That is probably part of our floor, so we'll cut it off. I don't think we're going to have to take off the whole roof over here. Alright, we've got a part falling off, so that is good. That is one we need to replace. Yeah, that is looking very bad actually. So I think let's put the scrap parts all together over here. That'll also go to Steve's pawn shop again when we go there again. Alright, so I'm still hunting for welds on that side. So let's go around this side and cut our wheel well off on this as well. Is that it? There we go. That popped out. Alright, so this still looks good, but I don't know how much life it's got left before it starts rusting. So we're just going to replace both of them. It makes sense to do that. Alright, so now we can probably reach the weld over here. And that is our floor pan out of the car. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, and also our gas tank is attached to this, obviously. So we'll also get a new gas tank because this one is looking a little bit poor at the moment. So we'll replace that as well. And hopefully we'll get our shock absorbers taken off there as well. Alright, so I think we've also got our cluster, which is a little bit broken, the original cluster for the car. So we've got the donor vehicles cluster currently in, but it's got the wrong mileage in on the odometer. But we might actually just buy a brand new one, and then whoever buys this car will get the original one with the car. What am I doing? This is a rusty part. This needs to be chucked out over here. Alright, so that is our floor pan for the trunk removed. So we're also going to be replacing the frame rails then, in other words, because it's part of the actual floor there. So now I'm not sure if I should actually weld this in place. I think we should do this, but before we start welding, let's just take our battery out as well. Just for safety. I don't know if it's really going to be a problem. But I do not want to damage any electronics, so just take it out quickly. I put it in the bed of our truck over there. Okay, so let's continue. So we're going to weld our floor pan in, so I need to grab the welding machine from inside the cabin. I've got to walk around all of these parts now, because we've got parts laying everywhere in this yard. I thought our place is going to be a little bit too small for what we are trying to do over here, but yeah, it's what we got, so this is what we'll do. We'll pretty much wing it. Alright, so I think before I do any more welding, we will probably try and cut out that floor now. So let's see what it is mounted to it. So we're going to need our wrench, obviously. Let me just put this back in. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to strip out this shifter of ours. And hopefully nothing else is really mounted to it. Maybe the firewall. Just put that down somewhere safe. That should be okay there. We'll see. Right, so our firewall in somewhere over there. So we'll cut all of this out and see what else is going to come with. I don't know if the transmission is actually mounted to the floor. We've got a transmission support over here. So let's take this off. So our transmission should stay in the car with the engine. So we'll put that back once our new floor is in. Alright, so where's my angle grinder now? It's probably... Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's just see if this is going to work. Alright, so I take it pretty much everything is welded to it. So all these welds needs to be cut off. And there it goes. So we've got our floor pan out. That actually went easier than I thought. So one rusty floor pan is out of the car as well. And then we've got a brand new one. We're going to be welding everything back into place now, once this is put in. So yeah, let's see if we can get this thing in the car. Okay, so that is our floor pan in place. Now we just need to weld everything up. And then I think we should be golden to start putting some of the interior bits back in. And because I'm saying some, is we just pretty much need the driver's seat to be installed in the car. The rest of the interior will be removed again, because obviously for painting we need to not have any parts in the car to try and avoid getting paint on them. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. Alright, so let's hop in here. We're gonna I spotted some more rust. Okay, so we'll get that sorted out as well. Yeah, this is quite a lot of welding work, but we are getting there. Alright, I think that's all the welding spots that I can see at the moment for this part. So I think let me just bring the sandblaster over to that side, because there's a little bit of rust over there I missed. So we'll get that blasted away quickly. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, so that is done. Alright, so I'm just starting to think now I maybe took the trunk hatch off for no reason, because I was thinking there's going to be a lot more to it to strip these parts off, but yeah, it looks like I was wrong. Alright, so we're going to weld that in place, and we're going to weld this in place. Alright, welding machine. Let's get this back over here. Alright, let's just check around the edge if we missed any welding over there. I think we've got it all. There's one down there, obviously, for the floor pan still. Alright, let's go around the other side. Let's check here. I think I may have gotten this one already. Alright, I don't see any more welds here, so that is looking very good. Right, so wheel houses up next. Alright, there's the right one. And there's the left one. Alright, let's get this welder into place. Alright, so let's go around the other side for the other wheelhouse. Get that welded up, and that. And I think that is pretty much all the welding work done, as far as I'm concerned. So I think we are going to have to probably continue this in the next episode, but I do think that we have achieved quite a lot. Obviously I still need to weld this panel back, so let's go ahead and do that as well. Let's get our trunk removed again first. Right, let's just grab the welding machine for that back panel, and then yeah, I'm gonna pretty much sort out this shop a little bit off camera. And then for the next episode, hopefully we are going to be putting this thing back together, so that we can get it driven over to the paint booth, all the way over to the small island, because I have booked the paint booth for some time. So we're going to see when we can get this thing over there to paint it up, because I think it's going to be quite easy and simple if we just strip all the parts off we don't want to get painted, and then just take it in for for the paint job and bring it back and assemble the thing, then I think we should be golden. We are going to need some trim pieces on the sides and a fuel tank and stuff like that. So we've got a little bit of money from Uncle Austin's vehicle that we are busy with. So I think that is going to be pretty much our capital to get this vehicle in place. But yeah, I thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate every view and every like. And also, I wanted to ask, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, because I will appreciate it very much. But yeah, as I'm going to try and put this hatchback, yeah, as I said, until the next time, cheerio.